Hey guys, today I'm driving into some of the remote parts of Cambodia. This area is known as the Koh Ker Temple Complex, which has at least 40 ancient Hindu temples, all of them built more than 1,000 years ago. As I drive through this muddy road, there are several ruins appearing on either side, but somehow I'm drawn to this particular temple. As I walk in, I'm surprised at how terribly destroyed this temple is. It is in complete ruins. There are huge stone blocks strewn all over the ground. This usually means this temple was intentionally destroyed by human beings due to invasion or religious faith or looting. As I climb up to see what is inside, I see a wooden door which is placed to prevent animals from entering the chamber. Looking through the gate, I'm mesmerized by this gigantic lingam. It is huge, both in terms of height and width. I open the gate and go inside. I'm immediately tempted to touch the lingam with my hands. It has a weird feel to it. When I tap on it, the lingam feels hollow, as though I am tapping on a wooden board. But all temples in this area are made of sandstone, including this one. Look at the top portion of the lingam. How perfectly it is shaped like a dome. How did they achieve this without advanced tools? Comparing my height with it, you would think this lingam is about 7 feet tall. On this side, we can see this straight line carved out. What is the purpose of this? This is designed to make liquids flow in a certain direction. Once upon a time, milk, honey, and water would have been poured on top of this lingam as ritual, and the liquids would flow down through this area. And then, what would happen to the liquid? You see this trapezoidal hole cut in the wall? The lingam will be connected to this outlet, so all the liquids will go outside the temple, and it will be typically collected in a container outside. Look at how the lingam has cracked. We can see 2 very large cracks. Are they natural, or was this lingam deliberately destroyed by human beings? Look at this area on top of the lingam. Intentional chiseling done later in an attempt to destroy the lingam. But this is nothing when we observe the base. Half of the base in the front has been cut and removed. Why was such destruction done? Because the enemies knew Hindus would stop worshipping lingams and other idols once their original design was destroyed. Hindus believe that these lingams emit spiritual energy, and that energy becomes distorted once the original structure is altered. Let's go around and see what's on the other side. Now, from this side, we can see the actual base of the lingam. What we saw in the front was actually a raised ground level, but here we are able to see how the base is designed because this is at a lower level. Remember, I said the lingam looks about 7 feet tall from the front. The actual height is at least twice the size. This should be at least 14 feet tall. But if we dig inside the ground, you would see some other parts as well, because some parts of the lingam would have been traditionally buried in the ground. So the lingam would be much taller. The base has some very interesting carvings. We can see these fascinating spiral patterns on the base. Some of them are covered with dirt, but you can see the spiral patterns, circles, and other beautiful designs. Let's go outside and see what else we can find. Temples in Cambodia always have some surprises, so let's see if we can find something interesting. The walls are made out of large rectangular stone blocks, and all these blocks are made of sandstone. Here I see a depression in the wall, a rectangular depression which shows something was in place inside this rectangle. See how the stone blocks clearly show the depression? What do you think this is? If my guess is right, the other sides must also have this rectangular depression. Let's go to the back side and see what's up there. Yes, we see the same rectangular depression. Note the color difference between the rest of the wall and the rectangle. The rest of the wall is greenish as it's been exposed to the nature and weather for 1,000 years, but the rectangular area is brownish. Why? Because the rectangle was not exposed to nature and weather. Why? Because it was covered with a blind door. A false door-like feature existed here, and then it must have been destroyed by human beings. Remember, I showed you the energy pyramid, the pyramid called Baksay Chamkrang Temple. It also had elaborately carved blind doors. Let's go to the third side and confirm this. And as expected, we see the same thing. A blind door existed here as well. We see the same pattern, steps leading up to the false door, raised platforms to put statues, and then a blind door on the wall. In one corner, I find a broken but beautiful statue. You can see the top of the body. It's showing a namaste pose with two palms together. It's wearing a necklace. And at one point, this temple would have been adorned with plenty of these amazing statues. Just imagine how this temple would have looked many centuries ago. Now, let's get back into the car and find more temples. This area, known as Koh Ker Complex, became the capital of Khmer Empire in 928 AD. But archaeologists agree that many of these temples were built much before that, and this entire area was populated by followers of Shiva. Look at how many temples you see while I drive along. This will make you wonder if Cambodia has more temples than India itself, which is the land of Hinduism. There are more ruins on both sides, and here is a very small temple. And somehow, I think there would be a nice lingam in the middle. The plaque says Prasad Crow's Linga, and we can see a ruined brick structure, and inside there should be a lingam. Sorry guys, there's nothing here. Somebody took the lingam. It's just empty. So you can see the rock, the brick structures and everything, but somebody took the lingam. Somebody either took the lingam, moved it, destroyed it. Oh wait, there's something there. I think we may be lucky. Let's go. There, you see that? Look, guys. 1,000-year-old top portion of the lingam. It's very rare. I don't know how I bumped into this. I thought somebody took the entire lingam. It must have been a huge lingam. It's very rare. See how beautiful it is, you know. 1,000 years ago, this would have looked amazing, beautifully polished. Somebody chopped this off. Look, somebody just cut it off. For I don't know why, what reason they would do that, but somebody chopped this lingam off, this beautiful, beautiful lingam, and now it's lying right here. I thought, you know, it was gone, but I'm happy to show you at least a part of this lingam for you guys. I hope you guys like this video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.